Who does? Yeah.
Station 10. Jesus is stripped of his garments. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
In chapter 20 of Matthew's Gospel, Jesus tells the story of the owner of a vineyard who goes out and hires some workers at dawn, others at noon, and others at 4:45 p.m. Then at 5 p.m., the owner has the audacity to pay each of them a full day's wage. Those who hear this absurd tale cannot help but wonder, where is the justice? Or how could anyone give a full day's wage for 15 minutes of work?
The impact of the parable is real for each of us today as we face situations such as, who gets jobs in our country? She's an undocumented worker taking away American jobs. But who are we to say that she doesn't deserve a job? The abuse of those who suffered as victims of crime, especially those attacked over social media sites. Who are we to judge and not protect those whose struggles we cannot even understand? Being asked for a handout on the street. Those homeless people on the street only use the money to buy drugs and alcohol. Who are we to say that that is why they are on the streets?
But it's not enough just to talk about these things. We need to put them to practice. As Jesus said in Matthew 25:40, that which you have done to the least of my people, you have done to me. This is what Pope Francis has shown us to do in his first few weeks of papacy.
He has done all this to help the poor and to make himself a servant to them. He lives the gospel through his actions every day, and this is what we need to do. As Pope Francis said, we must open our arms to protect all of God's people and embrace with tender affection the whole of humanity, especially the poorest, the weakest, and least important. Those whom Matthew lists in the final judgment of love, the hungry, the thirsty, the stranger, the naked, the sick, and those in prison. Only those who serve with love are able to protect.
Remember me when you come into your kingdom.